You know, there's good days and there's bad days on the market. This, my friends, was a bad day. This was not a good one. But here we are. Here we are. We've survived it, right? Things look like they might be beginning to turn around. This was your stock market today. A beautiful, beautiful chart here of today's S&P 500. What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday afternoon. I hope you all are doing fantastic. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you are avoiding just how the sea of red that we are seeing today. The sea of red. I don't know how else to describe it. Wow, how did this get so messed up? Stand by. Technical difficulties. Fix our screen here. Just nudge that over a little bit. There we go. See if that fixes it ish. I don't know what happened there. Usually it's supposed to save these templates. Liars. Anyway, let's keep moving on here. I'll work on fixing the stream later. Let's see. Anyway, let's see here. There was here's Mr. Kobe's statement on the state of cryptocurrencies right now. I think he sums it up quite nicely here. Let me know your opinion in the chat. As always, this is an open dialogue, and if this is your first time here, make sure you jump over to Twitter. Give me a follow there. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, ping that notification, as always. All right, where are we here? Let's jump on over to CoinMarketCap. Take a macro look at the overall markets here. See how we are doing. Mic's turned on. Cool. All right, right now we've got overall market cap sitting at $2.3 trillion. We are down about $1 billion from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance continuing to fall down to 42.6% as ETH rises up to 19.7%. But look at this nonsense. ETH gas prices are sitting at 483 gwei right now. Ridiculous doesn't even begin to describe that. I saw reports last night of people having to pay $2,000 in gas prices for a $20 transaction. Does that sound like something you want to invest in? Guys, this is a quick disclaimer. If you're an Ethereum fan, you may not want to tune into today's show. You might want to change the channel because I'm probably going to spend 90% of this entire show railing against Ethereum and their developers. Let's keep moving on. Binance Coin down 3.3% on the day. Dogecoin down 7% on the day. Cardano up 0.06%. XRP down 3%. The Internet of Computers down 21% today. Good lord. Polkadot up 3% and Bcash down 2%. Overall, pretty red day. Pretty much everything is in the red today. Not a whole lot that's green, and if it is, it's not green by much. Aave up 22%. We've got a story about Aave that I believe is driving this price action. Let's see. Yep. Polygon up 15%. Good to see them bucking the trend. Somebody's got to do something about the ETH gas prices, right? All right, let's jump on over to DeFi Pulse. We'll take a look at the Ethereum TVL here. 88.7 billion locked into Ethereum DeFi. That's pretty impressive. Uniswap looks like it flipped Curve Finance finally. It was looking dangerous for him for a couple days there. That was right after the V3 launch. Maybe that was people migrating over. But yeah, there's your TVL, just kind of hovering around all-time highs for Ethereum. And then we've got DeFi Station over here. Looks like our TVL is really starting to come down quite a bit on the Binance Smart Chain right now, and it's just simply a byproduct of money getting sucked out of the system and into other things right now. We know what those other things are. We're not going to crap on them. We know what's happening. No need to point it out. But yeah, you can see TVL definitely rolling over here. Pancake down to 9.5 billion, which, that's where we were literally last week, so call it rolling over might be a bit much. Take a quick look at Bitcoin here on the 5-minute chart. You can see what happened today. Oh, I should have scrolled down on my Twitter because I made a prediction earlier. I predicted that the second 3 o'clock hit, that the markets would correct. And here you are. By 3:15, we're taking a look at the 5-minute chart. By 3:15, we corrected, and we're back on the uptrend. This was right here. This was where we opened today, right here. And we sold off all day long. All day long, right alongside the stock market. As the stock market sold off today, so did the crypto markets. But the second the stock market closed, crypto begins its recovery. It's the same pattern we've seen every day now for the past month, 2 months, 6 months. Something's going on. Every time the boomer markets open, the crypto market gets crippled. But the second 3 o'clock rolls around and those markets close, crypto begins moving up. I put my tinfoil hat on. I have theories. All right, let's get into it. Get into the headlines. These are not pretty today. We had a whole lot of really terrible things happen today, all at once. But we'll start here. Vitalik Buterin. If you don't know who Vitalik Buterin is, he is the lead developer, I guess, for Ethereum. He's the only original developer left because the other 2 developers went on and started their own blockchains. That would be Charles Hoskinson and the Gavin, whatever his last name is. I'm drawing a blank. The guy that started Polkadot. So Vitalik's the only original founder left of Ethereum. And here's what he did today. He regifted the unsolicited Doge knockoffs. The meme coin prices plunge. This happened today, guys. This is, in my opinion, one of the most disgusting things we've seen in cryptocurrencies since my time in the market. This was bad. This was really bad. Let's dig in. We'll find out what happened. The Ethereum creator has turned a meme coin marketing stunt on its head, they go on to say. Vitalik Buterin has told dog-themed meme coin creators to bark up another tree. Jesus, these people. These people. We might have to stop reading CoinDesk. This is bad. In a move that captivated the attention of crypto Twitter on Wednesday, the Ethereum founder re-gifted the tokens sent to his public wallet by the creators of Shiba Inu, Dogelon, Akita Inu, MW Doge, our Shiba blockchain records show. Notably, Buterin donated 50 trillion Shiba coins worth a nominal 1.2 billion to the India COVID Relief Fund, kicked off by Polygon founder Sandeep Nailwal last month. He also sent 431 billion worth of Akita to Gitcoin, the public Ethereum-based funding platform. Meme coin creators have been sending large amounts of their tokens to the Ethereum figurehead in recent days. Vitalik was sent trillions of Shiba coins worth over $8 billion at one point. We reported on that yesterday. The meme coin mania has caused Ethereum gas fees to surge to staggering highs, perhaps animating the network's founder to strike back. So mad right now. My blood pressure is through the roof, guys, through the roof. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the chat up. There we go. So, it's one thing. No, you know what? I'm just going to say it. How are you going to blame people that build tokens on your network for your fucking network being broken? How is that a thing? How is it Shiba Inu's fault that the Ethereum gas fees are through the roof? Why is it Shiba's fault that your fucking network is broke? That's what I need explained to me. Shiba is down roughly 38% since Buterin started unloading, but still boasts a market cap of $9 billion. The coin has had more than $7 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. This tweet here from Sandeep. Thanks, Vitalik. One thing we have learned from Ethereum is the importance of community. We will not do anything which hurts our community, especially the retail community involved with Shiba. We will act responsibly. Please don't worry, Shiba holders. Do you guys see what happened here? Do you understand what's happened? Vitalik rug pulled the entire crypto ecosystem today. That's what happened. So this is all very poorly worded because, for one, these weren't really gifted to him. These were These were LPs. These were liquidity providing positions for those tokens in question. So if we come over here and we can look at Vitalik's fucking wallet, because, you know, that's public, we can see that, you know, where'd it go? Is this in? Ah, right here. Here it is. He pulled the liquidity out from under these people. All these people that invested so much money into Shiba Coin, Akita Coin, what the fuck ever coin, does it really matter? He decided to go ahead that it was his responsibility to police the entire crypto ecosystem and remove the liquidity from these pools when they were sent to him in good faith. Folks, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad. I hate Vitalik. I hate the Ethereum network. I hate everything that these crypto-rich millionaires fucking stand for in their gated community. I'm so mad. And you should be mad too. You really should. I don't own Shiba Coin. I had no skin in that game whatsoever. It is the principle of the matter. Who the fuck does he think he is? How is this his responsibility to police people? This is no different than the American government coming in and saying, guys, we're here to protect you. You guys aren't smart enough to make your own trades and do your own research, so we're going to be here to protect you. These regulations are now in place to protect you because you're too stupid to figure it out. That's what this feels like. It's like, since we can't protect ourselves, no, Lord Vitalik's going to come along and rug pull everybody. So this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I think Vitalik should be in jail for this. I really do. So many people lost so much money on this. Millions of dollars were lost today because of this bullshit. And what's even worse is if you go over here to Twitter and you start scrolling through here, you're going to see a list a mile long of people in the crypto community cheering Vitalik on, saying that this is, oh, Vitalik, you're our hero. You're our savior. Lord Vitalik, go fuck yourself. You can absolutely kiss my ass. Everybody out there that is praising Vitalik for this, fucking sell all your crypto, get the fuck out of this community because you obviously missed the point. Moving on. U.S. CPI report shows April inflation faster than expected, highest since 2008. Nearly all major components of the CPI increased in April, a sign that pent-up demand is fueling a rebound in economic mobility. U.S. consumer prices rose 4.2% in the 12 months through April, the fastest pace since 2008. The latest reading of the Consumer Price Index inflation report exceeds economists' average estimate for a 3.6 increase, and it compares with a 2.6 increase reported last month. The CPI report is particularly important for some cryptocurrency investors who view Bitcoin as a hedge fund against it, or a hedge against inflation and ongoing currency debasement. However, concerns over higher inflation beyond 2% threshold could cause Federal Reserve to tighten monetary policy, which could weigh on risk assets. On a month-to-month basis, headline April CPI increased 0.8%, beating expectations for a 0.2 rise after a 0.6 gain in March. The index for all items less food in it. Energy rose 0.9% in April, its largest monthly increase since April 1982. Nearly all major components of the CPI increased in April, including prices for used cars, trucks, shelters, airline fares, a sign that pent-up demand is fueling a rebound in economic mobility. U.S. stocks slumped for a third day, and bond yields rose after the report. At press time, Bitcoin was down 1%. Quote, the Fed is not going to panic after one startling CPI report, so you can expect to hear even more about transitory bottleneck inflation pressures over the next few weeks, wrote Ian Shepherdson, chief economist for Pantheon. But this report does mean that the first part of the higher inflation story. The reopening spike is real. Robert Frick wrote, in looking at different categories, you can dismiss many price gains as temporary, which tilts the argument against persistently high inflation, but doesn't dismiss it entirely. Long story short, if you didn't already know, inflation's here. and the Fed saying that they were going to keep it below 2% or try to keep it below 2%. Whoops. 4.2 is where we're at. And, you know, nobody believes the CPI report anyway. And for the most part, most of us tend to take that CPI report that we get every month and multiply it by 4. And that tends to give you what the real inflation rate could be. So it's more like 20% right now, guys. It's look around you. Go check out lumber. Go check out copper. Go check out prices at the grocery store. 20% across the board. Everything's up. Moving on. SEC pours cold water on Bitcoin futures market. In a statement, the SEC Division of Investment Management called investors to exercise caution in the Bitcoin futures market. The U.S. SEC has issued a statement urging investors to exercise caution. The SEC statement comes as it is considering at least 8 high-profile applications for a Bitcoin ETF. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission issued a statement about the futures market, calling for investors. In a statement, the SEC Division of Investment Management, quote, strongly encourages any investor interested in investing in a mutual fund with exposure to Bitcoin futures to carefully consider the risk disclosure of the fund, the investor's own risk tolerance, and the possibility, as with all investing, of investor loss. Well, no shit. Thanks, SEC. I'm so glad you're here to protect us. Bitcoin futures allow investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin without having to hold or store the cryptocurrency itself. Like any other futures contract for a commodity or stock, Bitcoin futures give investors the chance to speculate on the future price of Bitcoin. In the SEC statement, Bitcoin futures are described as highly speculative. In addition, the SEC warned against price volatility and scams in the wider Bitcoin market. Quote, investors should consider the volatility of Bitcoin and Bitcoin futures market, as well as the lack of regulation and potential for fraud or manipulation in the underlying Bitcoin market. Sure. So, I'm not going to continue reading this FUD. That's all this is. It's just the SEC putting FUD out because obviously major institutions are looking at loading up their bucks with Bitcoin, and we got to bring that price down. Moving on. And more SEC FUD news. Staff calls Bitcoin, quote, highly speculative. Cool, we just read that. Not reading that again. Next up. Ether touches $500 billion market cap for the first time, overtaking JP Morgan and Visa. The milestone came as Ether hit an all-time high of over $4,370. Ether, the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum network, passed the market cap milestone of $500 billion Wednesday morning. Cool. Good for you, Ether. You don't deserve it. You have not earned it. Your network is crap. Next up, Aave has a private pool for institutions testing DeFi. Stanley Kulachov has confirmed that Aave is testing out a, quote, private pool for institutions. Aave is a lending protocol on the Ethereum network, for those of you who do not know. If you're familiar with Venus on the Binance Smart Chain, which I encourage all of you to be, it is like having a Swiss bank in your pocket. But it's like Venus, but on the Ethereum network, so you're paying, $1 million in gas fees. Institutions are beginning to use Aave. Stanley confirms. Stanley, whatever his name is. The DeFi protocol's founder revealed the news after an Aave posted message on Twitter expressing concern that anti-money laundering warning had appeared on Aave's homepage. He explained that Aave was still fully decentralized and the text had appeared in the wrong place. Quote, the text is actually incorrect and relates to another pool we're testing out. Another user replied, asking whether the specified pool was for testing out compliance features. He then confirmed that the message was related to a private pool built for institutions to practice, quote, before aping into DeFi. Oh, good lord. So yeah, Aave has set up a private pool that us poor people can never see, that institutions are using to, quote, test DeFi. Moving on. That also explains why Aave is up 22% today, I believe. This was big news. This was really all over the place. MoneyGram, never heard of them, to allow Bitcoin buying and selling across retail network. The money transfer company will debut cash for Bitcoin trades at 12,000 locations after linking up with CoinMe. MoneyGram International said Wednesday it will allow customers to buy and sell Bitcoin. The cash transfer company plans to introduce Bitcoin trades in 20,000 stores across 32 states by Q3. CoinMe's CEO Neil Bergquist told CoinDesk. His crypto firm already facilitates cash for Bitcoin swaps at around 6,000 supermarket kiosks. Huh. Cool. Anything that allows people to get their hands on and custody, I should say, their own Bitcoin, I am all for, so fantastic. I've still never heard of MoneyGram, have no clue what the hell they do, but good for whoever does. Moving on. Investment research firm says Coinbase stock could fall to $100. Right. I read this and I immediately thought, wow, whoever's writing this article, I guarantee, is looking at adding to their Bitcoin position, Mr. Sebastian Sinclair. We got to drive those prices down. But we certainly don't want to read your bio because you seem to be full of crap. So let's go back to the story. Coinbase's earnings report on Thursday will do little to shift sentiment that the exchange's shares are overvalued, according to new constructs. Okay, first of all, if you're listening to this, let me know in the chat. Do you really think that Coinbase's earnings tomorrow are going to be worse than they were last month? Do you feel like Coinbase is doing worse now than they were last month? Yeah, I didn't think so. I think their earnings report tomorrow is going to be out of the park. I think that, now I'm not saying that their stock price is going to go up, obviously, because I already believe the stock market's fucked, doomed, going down. They should have released a token as opposed to a fucking stock, but whatever. No, I think they're going to smash earnings tomorrow. I really do. I think that the fees that they collect every month, obviously, I pay those fees, so I know they're making money. And I know that there's far more people in the crypto space this month than there were last month. So I gotta believe Coinbase did pretty damn good. Anyway, Coinbase shares could fall to $100 or less as the company is unlikely to meet future profit expectations, according to a U.S. investment research firm. Nashville-based firm New Constructs CEO David Traynor, that's the guy who's buying some Coinbase, that's him. Go ahead and write this down on your calendar. We'll find out next month when they do their earnings report that they added Coinbase to their books. Or Bitcoin, one of the two. Should expect this Coinbase stocks to continue to underperform despite favorable yearly earnings. Quote, at Coinbase's current price, the stock's valuation implies the company will exceed the combined value of the international exchange and NASDAQ. Yeah, it sounds like they're doing terrible, Trainer. So yeah, there's more FUD. There was a lot of this today, guys. I mean, between the Vitalik bullshit and all the FUD we got from the SEC and these goddamn boomer firms, yeah, it was a bad day for crypto. It really, really was. And I put this in here because originally I was going to use this story to rail against the Ethereum network and how it was Shiba Inu's fault that the Ethereum gas fees were too high. Sounds to me like the Ethereum network's just broke. And that Shiba's only real mistake was building their project on top of your piece of shit platform, Vitalik. So that's that story. Moving on. CryptoPunks NFTs sell for $16.9 million at Christie's auction house. It's the first big NFT sale at Christie's since the $69 million Beeple sale in March. Yep, these CryptoPunks sold for $16 million. And that's that story. Moving on. Last up on our headlines, this was actually a really cool story and wanted to end our headlines on a good note here. Decentraland founder unveils project of bringing NFTs to, quote, big-time video games. I think that's the name of the company, actually. Decentraland co-founder Ari Milik is teaming up with gaming industry heavyweights to launch big-time studios. Everyone from Ashton Kutcher to Sam Bankman-Fried is involved in the $10.3 million Series A round of funding. Big Time Studios, a company formed by gaming industry veterans whose mission is to bring blockchain-based games to mass audience, came out of stealth today with an announcement that it had raised, or is set to raise, $21 million in new funding. Big Time raised $10.3 million in a Series A round from such investors as North Island Ventures, Digital Currency Group, OKX's Blockstream Ventures, Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research, USDC's Circle, and Ashton Kutcher's Sound Ventures, according to an announcement on Wednesday. An additional $11 million in funding that will be used to invest in partner gaming companies is almost complete, the company said. Online video games have been around forever, but they tend to be walled gardens, which means they are enclosed so that the user is restricted to certain websites or online services. Thanks to crypto going mainstream, especially with all the interest around non-fungible tokens, it's time for the gaming world to break through its silos. Big-time CEO Ari Melrick, who was previously co-founder and CEO at Decentraland, a virtual reality platform that is built on blockchain technology, says he plans to create the first AAA, or highly rated, action title that allows players to acquire and hold and trade NFT-based virtual items with ease. My god, I cannot wait. NFT's next step. In 2018, Malik organized Nifty, the first blockchain gaming and NFT conference, where he gained first-hand experience of the sort of complications users run into when they deal with blockchains, wallets, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. Quote, "We knew for a fact that this couldn't scale in the short term to a mass market audience. So we are building tech that gives regular players who know nothing about crypto access to their blockchain-based virtual goods. That means providing hosting wallets and fully managed experience where we custody their assets and also taking a lot of the transactions off-chain to save gas." Malik said the project is being built on Ethereum, but will, quote, proprietary, I cannot say that word, tech to scale off-chain. Malik is joined by former Decentraland compatriot Thor Alexander and a founding team that includes key players from games such as World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, and League of Legends. Quote, "The market for in-game assets is massive, and yet in today's world, players do not possess and usually cannot trade the items they purchase," North Island Ventures managing partner Travis Schuer said. "In-game NFTs can give players true ownership, and their proliferation can bring the metaverse one step closer to fruition." So pretty cool, right? We might be getting some AAA title blockchain games. Pretty exciting. Let's dig into the sticks, find out what's going on out there, see if we've recovered at all. Oh, what do we got here? Looking at Bitcoin on the 5-minute. Let's back out. Take a look at the 4-hour. That always makes us feel better about ourselves. Let's see. Alright, so there's our 4-hour on Bitcoin. You can see we got slammed right back down to our previous floor here that we'd put in at $53,701. Still just moving sideways. We've been in this price channel for what feels like ever. I mean, you could argue since the crash here, but I mean, hell, even really since before the crash, we've been accumulating in this range between 59,000 and 53,000. Still just chopping sideways. Bitcoin dominance did really bottom out today. Look at this. If we get in here, look at the 5-minute, a little more dramatic on the 5-minute here. But you see, this was, oh, here it is. There it is. This was this morning right here. Look at Bitcoin dominance dropping from 43% all the way down to 42% just in one candlestick. That was pretty impressive. I've not seen that before in Bitcoin dominance. So that really caught my attention. Let's take a look at Ethereum, most hated network in the world with now the most hated developer in the world. I'm telling you guys, today's going to go down in history as one of the darkest days for crypto. This was bad. I don't know how you could be a native crypto person and look at what Vitalik did today and be alright with it. I really don't. Regardless of how you feel about Doge, regardless of how you feel about Shiba Inu and all these other stupid-ass dog coins, it's not your... Never mind. We've already ranted about this. You don't want to hear it anymore. So yeah, here's ETH. That piece of shit's recovering. Let's look at Binance Coin, the better chain with better developers. You see, here it was. We came down all day long. The second the markets closed, we recovered. And now we're working our way back up. I would expect here within the next hour or two, we're going to be right back up to where we opened today. Guarantee it. Cake token, same thing. Across the board. Got its butt kicked all the way down. Now it's working its way back up. Take a look at our 4-hour here. Oh, I meant to look at the 4-hour on BNB too. Let's bring that up. This is the 4-hour chart on Binance Coin. You can see we're kind of range bound here, moving sideways between $693 and $605, about $100 range here that we're kind of swinging between, but holding strong in the 600 range for sure. Go over here to Cake. See, Cake got body slammed today too, right back down to the floor. This previous resistance level. I'm getting a little nervous about my LP position on Cake, but I just need to be patient, right? That's all this is. It's a game of patience. We will work our way back up. Let's take a look at Bakery Token, or the Bake Token. You see we've kind of worked our way into a ascending wedge here, or descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So I would be looking for a monster breakout on Bakecoin, or Bake Token, anytime now, any day. Harmony, great block system, great ecosystem, love the community. If you want to see a great crypto community that just absolutely supportive of each other, just really fantastic people, jump on over to the Harmony Reddit page. Those people are just, they're great. They're great. They're not like the Ethereum maxis and the Bitcoin maxis out there that just shit on everything. These people are, these are our kind of people. Honestly, I would say that they belong on the Binance Smart Chain, but I get it. Harmony's right there doing the same thing Binance is doing, and doing it just as well. Doing it better than ETH, that's for sure. Moving on. What are we looking at? This is XRP on the 4-hour. See, we're still chopping sideways on XRP. It also got knocked down along with everything else today. So we're just in recovery mode right now along with everything else. Dogecoin just really getting hammered below that 50-cent level now. Really struggling to stay above it at this point. But I'll tell you, it's holding firm at that 42-cent floor. Is not giving out. People are buying it up the second we get down to the 40-cent range. SparkPoint, you can see we had a great breakout with SparkPoint. I was really excited about this breakout. Thought it was the one that I've been waiting on. You see, we've had nothing but just shit luck ever since, and we pretty much bled right back down. So definitely still waiting on SparkPoint to make a big move. They launched their DEX last week. I don't know if I reported on that or not, but yeah, their DEX is live, and I think they've got their pools live too. All right, that's it for crypto. Last up here, we've got, good lord, here's your S&P. It's your 4-hour chart on the S&P 500. I don't know, what do you think, guys? Let's look at the daily. Granted, the S&P has seen drawdowns like this before. You see, we had one here, had a few back here, but this one's a little different. This one certainly feels different, right? So if I had to put a price target on where I think the S&P is going to go, it looks like the S&P's, or the SPY is heading down to 398. That's what it looks like to me. If I was in the stock market, I'd put a short on the SPY, take it down to 398. Not financial advice, of course. I'm just a graphics guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just an angry guy yelling on the internet about stupid Ethereum developers. This is the NASDAQ. You see, we pointed this out yesterday that we had putting in a nasty double top camel hump on the Qs. So, yeah, NASDAQ is looking pretty terrible too. If I was going to put a price target on the NASDAQ, I'd be shorting it, and I'd be writing it down to 298 on the Qs. Right here at this previous floor. It's going to get ugly, guys. If you're in the stock market, it's going to get ugly. You've got clear reversal patterns across the board. You're putting in lower highs and lower lows. It's coming down. The whole goddamn thing's coming down, exactly as predicted. GME, no one cares about GME anymore. Alright, that's it. That's all I got. Unless there's anything you guys want to take a look at, throw it in the chat and we can pull it up. But if not, we will call it a day. Alright, as always guys, if you like today's show, please do me a favor. hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, helps with the algorithm, helps get this content out so more people can learn, or just so more people can hear me yell, right? Yell and cuss. If anything, I hope the show was entertaining. If you didn't learn anything today, I hope that you at least got a laugh out of my anger. I hope that was something. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, we'll do it all again tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.